Welcome back, everybody. Our next guests have quite the story to tell. They both survived living on the streets of Milwaukee. Their experiences are chronicled in two books, Living in the Shadows of Milwaukee and On the Trail. We welcome to the desk here at Laura Marsh and John Hines. Thank you so much for coming in. Laura, tell us about how you two came to know each other in the first place.
Well, about 9.5 years ago, John and I met at St. Ben's meal program. It was love at first sight. We've been together ever since. It'll be 10 years in April, and that's when we'd like to get married. It's on our anniversary, April 25th.
Was it a time and a place where you just needed somebody in your life to make you feel better about the way things are going? Was that one of the things that really just bonded you together so quickly?
It's really hard to find that out on the streets, to find anybody that's not out to hurt you or get what they can from you. A lot of women end up with men that are abusing them instead of finding somebody close, and I was lucky enough to find somebody that I could be close with.
So how do you survive? You're here, you made it through. How did you survive?
Talking to God. That's the only one to save me. It's the man above. Other than that, I wouldn't know what to do.
But
she was right there for me.
Your faith plays a role, but you have to act on that faith. You have to do the work. What was the work you had to do to pull yourself out?
What I do? Have faith. That's all I had. You know, if I didn't have him, I'd probably be dead.
No, we were on drugs really bad back then when we were out on the street. Crack, marijuana, beer, everything, anything we could get our hands on. And if it's sad to say, if John hadn't gotten shot, we'd still be out there doing the same thing. It really took something like that for us to really understand that we needed to live our lives differently. And he quit because he was in the hospital. And I continued to use for a little while, but then I felt bad. I was living with a Christian couple, and they gave me my life back. So I had to stop too.
There's a stigma and there is scorn that comes from being homeless. What did you experience, and how did you deal with that?
I was miserable at first. First few years, many times I would sit on the sidewalk with our backpacks and just cry. And people would pass by, they wouldn't even look at me. They wouldn't ask me if I was okay. Nobody really cared and stuff. And they try not to look at homeless people, not look them in the eye because they're afraid they're going to ask them for something or something like that. And you don't have to be like that.
We have less than a minute left. You have a place now? You're getting married? Tell me about the future for you. We
would like to take donations and book sales and try to open up a shelter. Not sure what we're going to cover yet. We're going to try to help wherever there's a need at. If it's people waiting on housing or whatever, maybe we could take them in and do something with them. Well, let's tell people where they can get these books. Again, it's Living in the Shadows of Milwaukee and On the Trail. You can find them in 5 public libraries if you want to read them. Woodland Pattern Book Center, also on Amazon. You made it to Amazon? Yes,
that's good to see. We're going to get all that up on our website. Thank you both for coming in and sharing your story.
Thank you so much.
And hopefully we'll get some people out there to get your books, and you can keep doing your work.